something that's come into my life that you won't be aware of is that somehow in the midst of this, I've become a poet. And I did not,
Ah,
I was not identified with poetry or being a poet or anything like that.
mhm.
But that's sort of what's come upon me. And
Very good. Very good.
yeah, yeah.
Very
So I'm
um
looking at issues of like the opposites, black and white.
mhm,
Something
mhm.
you may not be aware of is that I grew up in a racially mixed family, and so I have a sister who is half black. Uh, I was raised by an African American stepfather, etc. I've
Mhm.
been leaking this out in various podcasts, so I won't go into
Wonderful.
great detail about it here.
Yeah.
But the poetry has been a way for me to dialogue with myself about this and also put it out and share it with others and also create kind of a dialogue between my sister and me that feels therapeutic for both of us. So that's an
Yeah.
example of something good
Yeah.
that's coming
Yeah.
out of all of this.
Yeah. It's something to hear that right away, actually, in the conversation today, Dr. Dave, because the offering you're naturally drawn to. Look how naturally inside yourself. I mean, the muse, poetry, feeling, perception, putting it on paper, watching it form, giving it the care, seeing the value in it, feeling the value of something new that's growing in the poetry, sharing
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
the healing that's going on in you, your sister, those of us hearing. This is it. Um, you may remember a couple times ago, you and I had a conversation. I mentioned a dream. It was post-election. I mentioned a dream that I think it's good to bring back in here because I can see you doing it.
do it.
In yeah, in the dream, it was the night after the election, and I when Trump took office. It was the night of it. And I dreamt that night that, and I do think this is a dream that has collective value for sure, because I think the dream even says it. So in the dream, I'm being shown that the body of the world has a giant infection and illness going on in it. This is the dream at the election. So the body of the world is laid out, and there's a large infection that's migrating through this body of the world. And the dream teacher shows that each person that's called this way is, and myself and many other people, would be meant to find where they stand in relation to the body of the world. Of your own innate individual nature. Feel where you're called to stand in relation to the infection going on in the body of the world. Then take your offering bowl and
Hmm.
empty it, and then hold it upright. Find where your star is, your own personal star. Find where that is. Realign your bowl with your star, and between the star and the bowl, a new medicinal energy will get going, and that will be a person's offering to the body of the world that would help it heal. So,
Wow, that
yeah.
that is. I don't. I may have shared this dream with you, but it's
Mhm.
reminiscent of a dream that I had. I don't remember all the circumstances of it, but there
Mhm.
was a woman, somebody who I would identify as a healer type woman,
Mhm.
who had a bowl in her hand,
Uh-huh.
and there was this sort of rainbow rays going
Uh-huh.
up into the sky, and there was something about manipulating that bowl and shooting that beam to just the right place. A
What,
little choked up just sharing that because there's such
yeah,
a intersection between those two visions.
it's very beautiful. When did you have that dream?
I have no idea. Time is
Yeah,
something I have
yeah, yeah.
lost a lot of.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't tell what happened a week ago and what happened
I
2 years
understand.
ago.
Yeah, it's so poignant that my question
Yeah.
just comes from really the sense it's so poignant to right
But
now.
probably, at least
Mhm,
30 years ago.
mhm. Oh wow! Well, listen, perfect that it comes in now, and the resonance of that comes in now. Isn't extraordinary? The bowl, the rainbow light. Now, in alchemy, this is the subtle body. The rainbow light is the light that's born between spirit and matter, between our physicality and pure spirit, and it gets symbolized very often in rainbow colors of light. So your bowl emanating that rainbow light and moving the bowl so that it could beam where it needed to. Well, if we could imagine that this archetype is behind the healing in the world soul, for sure, that you had so long ago, and it's also present in an anima soul place, I think, Dr. Dave, with you, with the poetry, because your bowl of feeling compassion for your history and the opposites within it and
Yeah.
things that have been agonizing or difficult, holding that and being present with it in the poetry that's coming out, that's getting shared, is a new offering.
Wow,
It is.
I hadn't linked that dream, and I think it was unclear. I had the feeling that there was this healing woman in there somewhere, but it was
Mm-hmm,
also me
mm-hmm,
manipulating
mm-hmm,
that bowl.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So to
Okay,
yeah,
very good.
to have
Yeah,
that
well,
come in now, it's
the imagery of the bowl, the vessel,
yeah.
everything depends on us having a vessel to hold our awareness, a vessel to hold the opposites, a vessel for meditation, a vessel for dropping layers of awareness that are not essential, getting down to pure awareness.